Breaking news tonight at 9. Thanks for joining us. I'm Daniel Hamburg. Chris Flanagan and Susan Tran have the night off. It's not a Merry Christmas for several Prince George's County families after a fire tore through their apartment building tonight. That fire broke out in Silver Hill, Maryland around 6 p.m. You're looking at the scene on Curtis Drive between Branch Avenue and Suitland Parkway. Thankfully, there were no injuries, but several people are without a home. Here's DC News Now's Dave Laval with more.
There's still no word yet as to what sparked the fire that damaged 5 units here at the Silver Hill apartment complex. Prince George's County Fire and EMS says the fire started shortly before 6 p.m. Wednesday in a top floor unit. A second alarm went out after flames entered a second apartment, then spread to the attic and slightly damaged a next door building. The good news is no injuries reported. Firefighters say what happened here reminds people to practice fire safety, especially around the holidays.
Make sure you have an exit plan in your home. Make sure you have a working smoke alarm. And if you do find a fire within your home, get out and stay out. We have so many residents that are injured when they go back in and try to fight their own fire. We ask you, if you find a fire in your house, get out, stay out, call 911 from the outside.
Firefighters told us the flames forced 10 people from their homes. Some of them are being housed at a community center on the property. The Red Cross is also assisting the victims. In Silver Hill, Maryland, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Tonight is Christmas, but it's also the first night of Hanukkah. Earlier tonight, thousands gathered on the National Mall for the national menorah lighting. This is the first time since 2005 the start of Hanukkah falls on the same day as Christmas, and just the 4th time since 1910. U.S. officials and religious leaders spoke about peace and hope in the wake of the October 7th Israel-Hamas war. Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas also spoke. Rabbi Levi Shem Tov with Chabad had this to say about the importance of the holiday.
And we, the Jewish people, have since been afforded unprecedented religious freedom. And we are to celebrate just that in the spirit of those who came before us and wished for what we can experience today.
2035 and 2054 are the next years the two holidays will fall on the same day. All right, taking a live look outside as we get to your forecast. We're seeing a quiet night tonight overlooking the Washington Monument. Seems it'll stay that way tomorrow. So let's check in with meteorologist Scott Sumner now, in for Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb. And Scott, how's the forecast looking?
Pretty good overall, at least in the short term. We'll have some wet weather building in for the weekend. We'll get to that in the main weather in just a bit. Hey, the high today actually reached the average high, 47 degrees. We were a little bit milder than the average low of 33, but yet tonight we should be getting down to that mark around 31 or 32 degrees here. Already 39 in D.C. Calm winds out there this particular hour, very dry evening out there, and you can see the numbers over the next 12 hours dipping down, like I said, to 31, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. 9 and 10, we start to turn the corner and move upward into the middle 30s. So what about the weather headlines? What can we expect here? Well, we've got a lot on the map, and sure, that fire does look good with the cold night that we have tonight. But we do have some fog and some drizzle potential building across the area, especially out towards the mountains and higher elevations for tonight. Otherwise, it will just be mostly cloudy. A dry pattern runs through Friday, but then Friday night going into the weekend, that's when the rain arrives and some wilder temperatures too, both in overnight lows and daytime highs. So that will kick in here for the final weekend of 2024. And then we have that extension of wet weather going into the beginning and middle portion of next week when we start the new year with New Year's Eve on Tuesday night and New Year's Day for next Wednesday. Well, I'll give you a full breakdown of that 7-day forecast to show all this that I have in the headlines coming up in a bit. Daniel?
Thanks, Scott. The latest in the district, 2 adults, 4 children, and a dog forced out of their homes after a Christmas morning fire in southeast D.C. According to D.C. Fire and EMS, it happened just before 11:30 this morning on R Street near 28th Street. The fire was put out quickly, and thankfully no one was injured. A Prince George's County man is dead after an early morning crash in Upper Marlboro. Officers responded to Dooley Station Road and Wallace Lane just after 3 this morning. That's where they found Darren Burns Jr. dead in a crashed car. Police believe the 27-year-old lost control and hit a tree. We're still working to learn exactly what led up to the crash. And staying in Prince George's County, a man is in custody for a deadly shooting in Greenbelt that stemmed from a suspected drug deal. 20-year-old Jaden Thomas is charged with murder. He's accused of killing 18-year-old Rashid Davis back on December 15th. The shooting happened on Greenbelt Road near Cipriano Square. Police say Thomas also shot a second man who survived but is in critical condition. Well, the Baltimore Ravens in action this evening, playing their third game in 11 days, and Ravens fans are going to be pretty happy about this one. Baltimore dominating the Houston Texans. The Ravens win 31-2. Lamar Jackson broke the NFL career rushing record for quarterbacks as he tossed 2 touchdowns and rushed for nearly 90 yards. And another touchdown. The Ravens are now 11-5 this season and currently 3rd place in the AFC. Alex Flum will have the full highlights of the game later in the show in sports. New tonight, a local personal trainer is coming together with the community to spread Christmas joy to the unhoused population right here in D.C. D.C. News Now's Yamari Sase was there and shares how they're making a difference.
Yeah, so most people get to spend Christmas with their family, loved ones, opening presents, and just enjoying that Christmas spirit. But unfortunately, not everyone gets to experience that. And that's why local business, Body by Nate, is trying to fill that gap with his annual Christmas drive.
So what's the best gift you can give to others than a smile on their face on Christmas Day?
And that gift is an annual tradition done for the past 5 years.
Cookies, coffee, donuts.
Some of DC's unhoused community lined up to get free clothes, food, toiletries, and more.
I just want them to feel joy. I want them to feel love. I want them to feel comfort. I want them to know someone cares.
That care coming from Nathaniel Squalls, Grace and Giving Christmas Drive. The personal trainer, his wife, mentees, and volunteers come out every Christmas to give back.
I want them to feel that they are loved. I want them to feel that there's hope, that God cares about them.
Everybody thinks it's about getting, but I think it's about giving. We don't preach that enough, and it gives people hope.
They also provide healthy food options.
I make sure some of the food I give is less sweet, less sugary, and I say that because most of those who are out here are diabetics.
For those on the receiving end, this is something they look forward to.
It's rough, so it's always a beautiful moment when we see these vendors. It's like a blessing for them. You know, amazing for me.
The group is leaving a mark not just on the homeless population, but also the next generation.
Normally, I don't really do stuff like this, so it feels good to like try something new.
I might want to be like him one day, give him back to the community, you know.
Organizers say they hope this gets bigger and better every year. Reporting in Northwest, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
A reminder, if you ride Metro, there are service changes for the holidays. Trains are on a reduced Sunday schedule through midnight tonight. Buses are running on a regular Sunday schedule. There are also changes for New Year's Eve and January 1st. Trains are free New Year's Eve from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. And remember, there's construction impacting service on the blue, orange, and silver lines through December 30th. For details on all of the changes, visit our website, dcnewsnow.com. Well, imagine starting the new year off as a billionaire. That could be you if you have the winning numbers for the next Mega Millions drawing on Friday. No winner came forward in last night's Christmas Eve drawing, so the jackpot is now up to a gargantuan $1.15 million. What would you do with the massive windfall of cash?
On vacation for a good long while, pay all my bills.
Same.
A nice house, and the list is endless.
I would actually help my community and then buy me a big home.
Friday's drawing will now be the 5th largest in the game's history. If you prefer a cash payout, you'll be bringing home just over $500 million for the holidays, with the now estimated jackpot again of more than $1 billion.